The megamouth shark, which is still over 7 meters long, is an incredible plankton-eating shark with a phosphorescent mouth to attract plankton. It was discovered in the late 1970s. So that shows how much there still is to discover in the ocean. So the largest marine fish is the whale shark. It's easy to spot and it usually lives near the surface. It's also a plankton-eating shark that can reach, I think it's 18 meters, something like that. Well, almost as big as a whale. I'd have to check. Maybe around 15 meters. It's pretty big. The largest bony fish, so the family of fish that's closer to us, because that's a cartilaginous fish, the whale shark is in the shark family, which is quite distant. The sunfish is the largest bony fish and can weigh up to 2 tons. Similarly, it's not a plankton eater, but feeds on jellyfish and other gelatinous creatures, so it lives a pretty peaceful life, you could say. But the largest animal of all isn't a fish, because actually most fish, except for a few exceptions like the bluefin tuna, are cold-blooded. So they're at the same temperature as the water. But if you want a really big animal, you need an animal that can live in cold places. Because that's where, near the poles, there's daylight for 6 months a year. And so there can be big phytoplankton blooms. Phytoplankton, big surges in food availability. In fact, the ocean is much more nutritious near the poles than near the equator. So the whale shark, which lives in warm waters, can get very big, but it can't reach the maximum possible size. To reach the maximum, you need an animal that can live near the poles for at least a good part of the year. And a cold-blooded animal that would do that, its metabolism would be slowed down by the cold. So it wouldn't be efficient at doing that. So physically, this is an example of how physics dictates the shape of nature. Physically, the largest animal in the world must be warm-blooded, live near the poles, and live in the water. It can't be a dinosaur or an elephant because on land, gravity limits the size of animals. Why? Because the cross-section of the bones increases more slowly than the mass of the animal. The mass of the animal increases as the cube of its length. It's a volume, while the bone's cross-section is a surface area that grows with the square of its length. And so actually, if you increase the size of an animal proportionally, at some point it will break. The bones will break. Even an elephant can't jump over a curb, an elephant. Elephants can't jump, they'd break their bones. So this phenomenon totally limits the size of animals on Earth.